Welcome everyone to the first episode of Wide World of Reselling. We are here, we are ready to rumble, and we're ready to have a good time. Thanks for coming along, boys. Good to see you all.
Thank you for letting us come on your channel before our channel, before Drew's channel.
Yeah, it's gonna be some rotating love in the next few weeks. So on tonight's episode of Wide World of Reselling, we have Rob talking dog shit.
We've got Drew and his little doggy barking all day long.
And we got Brad buying more RM Williams. What's new?
That's pretty standard, really. All right, guys, let's kick off with the little sting that Rob's put together for us and get cracking. Mate, if that isn't the best intro I've ever seen in my life, I'll cut off my own foot. That is,
Pumps you up.
I'm ready to go now. I feel like I should be like thrown to some guy in a sports arena, and he's gonna be like, "G'day lads, today we've got the boys in there running in. They're having a good time."
Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, that's it. We'll say a quick g'day to everyone first, I reckon. Looks like we've got about 23 in the chat already, so that's
nice.
Pretty sick. Bravo Charlie's popped in. Good old Mum has shown the support, which is pretty awesome. Jazz Searle, don't know if you guys have heard of her before. She gets around a bit. Sort of does a bit of listing or something right here.
Now and then.
Diary of Flipper, another guy with a quality name. Brad, good bloke. Look, Mum, I'm hustling. Some Drew guy. I don't know if you heard of him either. Mad Tatter, Naomi Mitchell, Thrifty Pixie, which is our friend Cara. The chat just jumped like hectic again. Gay, Sarah, I think that might be your better half there, Drew. Keep us in check. Don't flip the Mad Tatter. Who else we got? Tori, thanks for coming along. California Patty Cakes, that's a new one. I haven't seen that one before.
That's a new one.
Tommy Bernhard, don't be a three strike.
3 strikes and you're out, Tommy.
Game on couple here. Adam, Beck King. Chat is full, guys. That's awesome. Thanks for coming along. Michaela, My Empty Hanger, Tams. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Kelly, Beck, thanks for coming along. Really appreciate everyone joining us tonight. We've got 30 with us already, so that's awesome. I guess
Episode 1 and there's 30 already. This is.
I don't know. We're starting off strong, boys. We're starting strong. So we kind of put this together so us lads could pretty much just talk crap, really. Let's be honest. We wanted our boy Rob to give us some entertainment on a Sunday, and we thought we'd better round him up. And Drew's always bringing the quality. He did the thumbnail, so
yep.
Combined, I think we're pretty much unbeatable with the intro, the thumbnail, and my RM Williams. I mean, that's all I'm bringing. But
who else can find? I've never found. When I find an RM Williams, it's going to be the best day ever.
Like the Aussie reselling Voltron. Like we come together and we just destroy
Thundercats.
Bit of that Illuminati stuff happening again there, Drew.
Yeah,
a bit of old school. So I guess along the way tonight, if anyone wants to get us talking about anything, chuck us in the chat. We'll try and bring it up. I know that you guys just passed 500 subs each, so congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
I know that Drew just had his giveaway last night. How did that end up going, Drew? We're all in the chat trying to win some goodies and cheat along the way. But
that was really fun. So Sarah put all the questions and stuff together, and initially I was like, "Oh, these answers are going off way too fast." In hindsight, it was only an hour and a half. So if they had went on any longer, then it would have been just too long for everyone, I think. But everyone won some good prizes. I think you won some socks, didn't you, Brad?
Yeah, I need some new socks. So, that'll go well, thanks.
Brad cheated.
That was the only way I was going to win, let's be honest.
I think Jazz was answering the questions, but we'll leave it at that.
Jazz was actually on her phone. She didn't answer any either.
People
whereas useless to each other.
So fast. People were snagging them up straight away, and I was like, fucking. All you said was someone born in the 70s, and bang, someone gets
gone. It's like there's only one person born in the 70s or something. But
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what was going on there. But that was a quality live, and you guys gave away some new merch as well, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you to everyone that was in the chat last night and took part. It was fun for us, for Sarah and I to both sort of give back and say thanks to everyone that's followed us thus far. But yeah, looking forward to the next one, the 1000.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be long for both you guys cruising along. You guys got some good content coming out as well, Drew, with your podcast that you mentioned the other night as well. So something new to the channel, which is going to be awesome, I think.
Yeah.
Rob,
good.
Your 500 went pretty smoothly. You doing some dog shit mug packs?
Yeah, they're nearly all gone. I think there's 2 left. I think there's 2 left. They went pretty fast. They went pretty fast. I was going to do a 500 special, but we didn't get around to it, and I'm nearly on 600 now. So we have to be a 600 special. Plus, we kind of changed the mind. We're going to do it on the Friday night, and then I just suddenly decided, fuck it, I'm going to start doing Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. for an hour. Why not?
That was killer for me. I was out sourcing, and I was like trying to watch my phone at the same time sourcing. I almost tripped over a gutter and died. But look, I'll try and be there when I can. But you're killing me here, Rob. You're killing me.
It is what it is. Everyone else had all the time slots taken up at night time, so I thought, you know what, fuck it, let's do this. Let's fucking do this. Let's do it in the mornings when I wake up. Have my Vegemite on toast, and let's just do an hour and talk some shit before I go thrifting. You guys had already probably gone because you're 2 hours ahead. You are in the future. But, we're behind time here in WA.
Hassan's dropped a Rob. Let's do this.
Do it. Come on. Let's do this. Come on.
It's funny because it's become like part of the vocabulary of all the resellers now. And I saw Drew dropped one the other night. And when we were out thrifting yesterday, I was like, let's do this. And Karen and Jazz were like, no, you can't do it. I was like, come on, man, give me a break. Like, just pump myself up here. Like, come on.
That was never intended on purpose as well. I just started saying that, and then I've just kept on saying that, and I just keep on saying it.
Next thing you know, it's a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah, it's like the dog shit thing. Everyone fucking, it just stuck with.
I think you've got that larrikin about you that people are going to pick up all your vocabulary. So if you want someone to start saying something, just start saying it on your videos, and it'll be like whitewashed across everywhere in the next 3 weeks.
Exactly.
Looks like we've got a few more people jumping in. I want to buy a mug full of shit. Why not?
There's websites you can buy that stuff off, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, scatlovers.com.
That's where Rob gets all his merch from. But hi from an old school eBay retired reseller, started reselling at eBay in the early 1990s. Wow. Retired in 2006, but trying to get back into it. Well, wow. You're an OG, so welcome. I'm sure we can't give you any tips or anything. But,
to be honest.
No, we're just coming here to. I didn't bring a beer on, but I'm presuming in the future we'll probably have to get onto that. Sink some beers on a Sunday.
Yes, I've already had enough today, so I'm on a Pepsi Max now because I'm too fucking pissed with this.
Georgine has dropped in. It's hard when you guys can't drive because they haven't introduced that yet. But I think they're looking at introducing co-hosts. So the co-host can drive.
You're on the driver's seat. Where Drew's got shotgun. Backseat driver today.
Dog shit day for sure.
Shotgun at the top.
So we don't have a schedule for this chat today. We just wanted to come on and have a chat with everyone. Tell some stories, have a bit of fun on a Sunday evening. Going forward, I think we are going to rotate around the channels, as we said. So next Sunday, we're going to go over to Drew's channel, then all the way down to old Rob Boy, and share the love, share the reselling love, share the views, and hopefully share a few funny moments, I presume, along the way. But
so in the chat, drop some questions in. This is a free for all tonight. Open book.
Give us some questions, whatever you want.
Give it to us nice and hard. Thank you very much. So we're gonna pretty much shoot the shit tonight, have a good laugh. Going forward, we might sort of chuck a few little schedule things in and have a bit more sort of structure, but we're going to try and keep it pretty light because there's too much seriousness in this world. So why not have some fun? Tori says she wanted to buy a mug, but shipping to the UK was steep, more than the actual mug. Shipping over to the UK is
nuts.
That is dog shit. That is
fucking so dog shit. The heavier something is, fuck. It's insane.
One of the things that we sort of did want to do is talk a little bit about dog shit experiences. So I think that'll become a bit of a regular on the show because every week something dog shit happens to all of us.
Yeah.
So do you want to give us a true definition of dog shit, Rob? Kick us off where the dog shit started.
Dog shit?
That is a true dog shit right there.
That's dog shit. Dollar sign.
Ooh.
Dog shit dollar sign, and then I've also got a dog shit that's flipping the bird.
Where do you buy this from? Where do you
eBay? These eBay sellers, mate, they sell anything to anyone.
Jesus. That's
These eBay sellers, mate. I tell you what, but fucking a dog shit day. Now, a dog shit day, you get these big dirty dog shit flies. These are the flies that fucking land on a piece of dog shit and they come and fly past you. And they land on you, and now you've got the shit on you as well. Now, if you have a bad day thrifting, that is a dog shit day. That's as bad as getting one of those dog shit flies landing on your mouse. So you don't want a dog shit day. Don't want it. You don't want that.
That's the anti of what you're looking for. We had a pretty dog shit day yesterday, to be honest, out sourcing, but luckily we did some garage sales and got some stuff early on because op shops were rubbish. I've never hit so many op shops and walked out with nothing. So shows the ups and downs of reselling, I suppose. Can't always have a good day. I know Drew had a pretty dog shit day the other day with a bit of an overseas return. So do you want to talk a little bit about that and how you ended up dealing with it?
So like obviously I hit up you straight away because I was like, well, this is like pretty intense. I don't know like how to proceed with this. Long story short, we sold a sweater, it's called an oversized sweater to someone in New York. They received it and I guess they were under the assumption that it was oversized, like long, not sort of boxy.
Yeah.
So she just had a whinge and was like, yo, it's supposed to be oversized. I'm like, you can see in the photo, it's like more wide than it is tall. Have measurement, like 6 measurements in there for you to look at, blah, blah, blah. Don't do international returns because it's too expensive. And plus you're saying it's described correctly, etc. Like I'm not going to return it. And then essentially she just went crazy, like just flipped her shit straight away. Was like, you're breaking so many US laws. I'm going to take you to New York state court or something. Next time you arrive in the US, there'll be some sort of warrant for you or something. I'm like, okay, you're going a bit crazy here. And then I've conferred with you and you're like, maybe just return it and just give her what she wants and just take the L. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. It's better to do that than to go back and forth. And then I was like, cool, we'll just return it. No worries. Pay for the postage. We'll reimburse you. And then she's like, so polite after that. So that was probably the most dog shit thing of the week. It really screwed me up for like a good hour because it was like, who threatens to take someone to court in a different country over a sweater? Like, what is that?
Yeah, that was, when you were sending those messages, like, oh, these are one of those people that just, they won't let up. They're just going to keep going at you. And like you said in one of your other videos, like sometimes you just got to take the L and move on because it does screw with your head, that sort of shit. Like it makes you like, I did the right thing though. Like you're the one in the wrong, but as a seller, I think sometimes you just gotta take it, unfortunately. And
it still sucks.
If she was like, yo, it's what I wanted, but it doesn't quite fit me, I'm happy to cover the return postage. I would have accepted it straight away, like it's more the effort of me of trying to recover the parcel. But no, I didn't need any Marmite.
No Marmite involved. She was dropping some Marmite slinging in there.
Followed up with a threat for the US courts and then go and eat some Marmite. I don't know what's worse. I think probably the Marmite.
Yeah. Jazz is saying those people have so much stamina. We've dealt with a couple as well over the couple of years that we've been in. Rob, you had a a dog shit experience this week?
Yeah, it was actually just the week before. Actually, I had this dickhead. Now it was an American. I love Americans, but this one dickhead. Now we write everything when we do our videos. When you do your videos, hopefully you guys do it. You put it's PAL. If it's PAL, which means it's Australian, it plays in Australian tape players, not NTS. They read that. You write that on there. This dickhead messaged me and said, "This video is not working." In America, they only paid $10 for it and then paid their big shipping fee or whatever it was. But they said, it's not working. I said, did you realize and read it properly that it is PAL? They don't work in American players unless you've got one of the multi-players that can play whatever. Yeah. Oh, okay then. Fair enough. Thanks. Okay, cool. Left it at that. They've taken it there. I'm not doing a return. It's your own fault. They've gone and written. They've gone and given me a negative. VHS tape did not play. Seller didn't send a refund or replacement after contact. Well, they didn't actually ask for a replacement because they accepted that it was not working there and it was their fault and it was PAL. So I contacted eBay, did a little bit of talking to them, and they were pretty happy that I had told them that. They seen all the make sure you type all those messages to your customers. Yeah. They were happy with everything, and they took it off. I took a screenshot. I had to keep that because that made me laugh. That freaking, I was like, didn't give you a refund after replace. What the fuck?
Yeah. Like, those are sort of the ones that you like. Yeah, like there's nothing they can do or say. Like, yeah, it's like you've got everything in line, and they're clearly an idiot. Like, how do you not understand that? Like.
How often do you get them, Brad? Because like we're like I don't have as much volume as you do, and I get one, not a crazy person a month, but like one sort of return request every 5 weeks or so. Like, do you guys get more of it because you have more volume, or?
We don't get a heap, and we've had a little bit of a flurry lately after Christmas, and the last week we had 2, I think. But generally we'll get like maybe 1 a month, maybe 2 a month, which is pretty good considering like the amount we're sending out. But yeah, we've had some crazes over the years. I remember this one guy bought some of these replacement nibs that you put on like styluses to use your notepads and stuff. Yeah. And he bought the wrong size, and they were new and sealed. Like we got them part of that Encore way back when we did that. And we sent him out, posted him out. He got them, he used them, and then he realized that they were the wrong size because they weren't fitting on his nib properly, on his on his pen properly. And so he goes, I want to return them. I was like, well, you've opened the packet, you've used them for a week, and like they're like a $20 item. Like I'm not gonna get you to return them. I was like, no, look, you've used them. eBay's policy is like if you've used something and it's not in original condition, you can't return it. And they just went absolutely bunter on us, quoting consumer law, which I actually screenshotted and sent back to him and said, this is consumer law. So you can stick it up your ass because the consumer law was in my favor. But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to refund this guy his stupid $20. I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't want him messaging me 24/7 trying to get a refund on a $20 item. I just gave him the money and blocked him because that sort of customer is going to come back and probably shit all over you all over again. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but it's something like when me and Drew were talking the other day, like when you're in it, it's so hard to break out of that like anger and like frustration. Yeah. And then when you're out of it, you're like, okay, like I'll just deal with it. But in that moment, it's so frustrating.
You got to look at the bigger picture. Like that $20, you make $20 profit on a pair of jeans. Like it's just one item. You can recover that cost straight away.
Yeah. It's still the old abuse though that and when you know that they're wrong and it's just pride.
Yeah. Well, I get the same feeling as everyone else, but I just don't have time to deal with it. I don't have time to stay in that headspace too long because if I'm doing that and responding, I'm not listing or editing any video or I'm not doing other things. So I just rather get rid of it. Luckily, mine was nowhere near as high value as Drew's, but I'm hoping it comes back in one piece and you can just resell it again, still make a bit of profit. But you're not refunding until you get it back, right?
No, of course not. Of course not. That's
that caught me out once. That has because when the there's an option within eBay that you can refund when they do the request, and sometimes eBay push you to do it the way that they put it. And I did it once for this guy who bought some boxing gloves, and I haven't seen the bastard's back. This was like 3 months ago, and I reported him to eBay, and it just came up with a little sign that says, "Thanks for your report. Do you think I've heard anything about it?" So I lost $55 on that, but I'm not going to chase it up because, again, it's time. And for me to get it back, I have to pay postage because we do free returns. So whatever, it's a loss. 1 out of a couple hundred is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
And I would say with like returns and stuff, like do it on a desktop because the app can be just so horrible, that sort of stuff sometimes. Just jump on the desktop and sort it out because you get like the app's horrible most of the time, for me anyway.
One thing I will say is keep an eye on your PayPal as well. We've had a couple people do chargebacks. They haven't lodged any return case or any like dispute on eBay, and then all of a sudden we've got a dispute in PayPal where they say they haven't received the item or some crap like that. And because my PayPal is linked to my other email address that I don't check very often, I didn't check it, and they got a refund of $200 without me even getting disputed because I didn't respond to the email. However, because we are like what they call like a highly valued customer of PayPal or whatever, they actually covered the cost. So I got to keep the $200. They got $200 back from PayPal. But if you're not checking it and that happened regularly, you'd probably lose your like high standing. So yeah, it's definitely worth keeping an eye out. Mad Tat is saying never refund until it's back. Yeah, I'm definitely doing that now. I learned my lesson on these gloves. Before that, I was just like refunding and getting the item back, and I hadn't had an issue. But that guy sort of smartened me up a little bit, and no money back until you get your shit back to my house. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. If they send it back, they might just send an envelope and register the envelope.
Well, then you get it, and then you've got proof of what they sent. So there's some dodgy people out there. You gotta keep your wits about you.
There's some dodgy people. I've only ever had 2 in the whole year, 2 bad ones. So thank God I'll touch wood now. I've had I sent off a Super Nintendo, fucking really good Super Nintendo as well, with a couple of games, and this dickhead, it was so wrapped so nicely and all that, and this dickhead sends a photo saying it's broken. And he's broken the back of the Super Nintendo off, and I guess the little cartridge thing that goes in the very back is taking them out and replacing them and all that. You can see it was missing, and I was like, what's this fucking done? I said, this is wrapped, bubble wrapped, boxed, everything. And then he said he sent it back and it didn't come back, and eBay gave him his bloody money back, which pissed me off, but it never came back to the address. So I don't know how they worked that one out, but that was when I very first started. The second one was when I first started actually as well. I was selling off some of my Bali basketball jerseys, and they were fucking selling like hotcakes, and I said they were replicas. And of course, one of my listings, I didn't write it was a replica, and this lady went fucking spastic. And it was another one like yours, Drew, where she said, "Oh, I'm going to take you to court and blah blah blah. This is a fake." And blah. I just fucking gave her a fucking $20 back. I was like, "Take the fucking money back, Jesus!" Like, they're the only 2 I've ever had. I've never actually had a return request or anything like that. So, touch wood, thank God.
Yeah, but and I think when, like I said before, when you're in that moment, those returns really eat at you. But when you look at the whole picture, it's 1 out of, a couple hundred or whatever it is.
Those first 2 really got to me because it was right when I first started. So while you were learning, that's horrible for anyone that's learning. Like and it was in the first couple of months as well. So horrible when you first
especially
start.
when and you're trying to like reinvest into your business and stuff, and that's a bit of a hit against yourself. Like you kind of gets frustrating in that, but yeah, it looks like we've got a few more in the chat. I saw Pat D's jump in, Mel's dropped in, Kelly Hudson, Matt Tatter, as we said before. See who else? Anyone else got anyone? Spooky Tapes. That's a new one. Is that one of your mates, Rob? Spooky Tapes. Reckon he might have come over from your channel, I reckon.
No, maybe Spooky Tapes.
With like consoles and stuff that you post, do you guys take photos when you package? Like the more, I guess, moving parts there are of a lot an electronic sort of item, do you take photos when you package it to prevent that sort of thing from happening, or depending on maybe?
I've never thought of that. No.
I tend not to. There's been a few things that I've done it on some really high end stuff that I knew that there was potential that someone was going to try and scam me with it. But not generally. And if it is a high value item, I'll do registered post stuff as well, just to make sure they get the signature so they can't say they didn't get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have heard of people taking photos of stuff when it's packaged so that, they can prove that it was sent in a good order. But I think sometimes you kind of overcomplicate things if you start doing all that sort of stuff. But each to their own. If that's going to work for someone else, I definitely wouldn't say don't do it. It's just, I think just choose.
There's a question for you as well. We're talking shit. Have you ever had just someone that wants to buy one of your items and they just keep messaging you and messaging you and messaging you? They haven't bought yet, but they're asking the weirdest fucking questions you've ever heard, and they're messaging and messaging. And have you ever just gone, block? I don't want to sell to that person because it's freaking you out. Because I've had some ones that have freaked me fuck out, and you're out, you're gone.
You definitely get that sort of spidey sense after a while, I think, and you can sort of pick the ones that are trying to scam you, I reckon. So
yeah,
I've done it with a few where I've just said, look, unfortunately, I won't be selling this item to you, and done the old block because I know, and you can tell by feedback sometimes as well. Like you can no longer look at that tool house anymore, but even if you go through some of their recent feedback, and even if it all says positive, sometimes in the positives will actually be a negative comment, because as a seller you can't leave negatives for buyers, that is dog shit. But you definitely you can sort of pick them as well. I think after a time. Here we go. Third strike, mate. You're out.
You're out. They were gone, Jazz. That was first strike. I was fucking. How many messages you wake up and you're like, that's a weird message. That's random. And I have a message about fuck this. First strike, motherfucker. He was gone.
Drew, nudie jeans, apparently.
I don't know what she's talking about. So many messages about pricing and possibly a second one. I think we sold a pair of nudie jeans to some guy in Indonesia, and I don't think he was sus, but he was just really excited about the nudie jeans. He was like, if you get any more nudie jeans in whatever 2630, hit me up. I'll buy them off you or whatever.
Yeah, here you go. Georgina's saying I did that block and they opened a new account and returned them anyway. That sucks. That is next level commitment right there to do that. That's like some of these people you can't avoid their scams. Like they're just they know the system, they know how to get around shit. We had one guy who told us our jeans were fake, even though we knew they weren't. We unlisted him because we knew that he was going to press that old report button. And he's like, oh, no, I'll buy them, just list them up at a cheap price. And by that point, I was like, how do I get around this without him, like, reporting me to eBay? So I was like, all right, well, if you're going to play this game, I was like, I'm going to see if I can, like, entrap this guy. Because I was like, I know you're a piece of shit. So I put him up. I wrote replica in the title, which you're not supposed to do, but I knew he was going to buy them straight away. Armani jeans, blah, 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 blah. I sold him for $30, and I could have sold him for full price, but I wanted to get this guy because I knew he was a dodgy piece of crap. And I sold him for $30. He was in Adelaide, so I knew his address, but we won't broadcast that here. And he got the jeans and said, oh, the jeans don't fit. Can I return them for a refund? However, we do free postage and free returns. So he knew that I'd already paid $12 at the time to send them, and then it would cost me another $12 to send them back. So it would have cost me $25 just to send them. And I was like, oh no, I can't. Like, I won't take a return. He complained, he complained, and in the end, I gave him his $30 back. But what I did is I reported him to eBay and gave him all the messages about all this fake stuff. And I looked up his account on Toolhouse, and a lot of people had been doing it. So I gave him all that information. And then someone else in the reseller group got done by him as well. And I said, report him. And he finally got removed off eBay after 2 people reported him direct to eBay. But I was so keen to get him because I was like, yeah, I know what you're doing. Like, you're just scamming all these resellers. You're like, you're playing the game. You know how to get around it. Because he was targeting people, and he was targeting people with like a low price. Like, you'd offer a price that he knew if he was going to return it, you wouldn't take it back because it's going to cost you too much money. So.
What brand of jeans were
they? They were a pair of Armani jeans. But so he was looking for Armani jeans and then sending people messages. And the messages were like pages long about why they were fake and all this stuff. But I knew they weren't. And that's a dead giveaway. If someone tells you something's fake and they're going to send you like 50 messages about it, they're probably trying to scam you.
Block them.
But I wanted to get him because the thing is, if I block him, he's just going to go to someone else and do the same thing. So I was like, you know what? I'll take $30. I'll take the hit, and I'll get this piece of shit deleted.
So noble.
Well, the thing is, he pissed me off. So I was like, you know what? You're done. You're done.
Nicara says you're a detective. You're Batman of the reselling world.
Batman. I've got no superpowers, but I have.
Batman's not Superman. Batman's not a superhero. He's a detective. He's a detective. He's a detective.
Superpower is like just time and commitment to like pretty much all you've got.
Super reseller Avenger. I don't know. These sort of things get on my nerves, so I just want to stop them doing it.
You're sitting back in Bruce Wayne's chair, rocking, looking at your Batlight coming up, the big the big reselling.
You're closer to Batman because you got a bloody bat signal above your head half the time. So
yeah, I got the sunroof up there.
Well, that's probably enough dog shit, I suppose. We don't want it to be all dog shit the whole way through.
I've got a question, Brad. We'll moving on from the dog shit.
Yeah.
Can we get an update finally on the Niki Lauda jacket, please? What's going on with this jacket?
You can. It is in a package, ready to send, but I'm being the laziest mofo ever, and I don't want to send it because I'm scared.
Yeah.
I've filled out the form. I was going to send it at Christmas, but then I got busy with Christmas shit, so I didn't send it because I need to go to the post office and sign some declaration shit. And it's going to happen. It's just I haven't fucking done it because I'm scared. I'm scared.
You're paying, like, obviously you got to pay extra insurance. You don't know what it's worth, though. Like, how much are you going to cover?
So I insured it for $600.
Okay.
Just because if it goes missing, I'm pretty confident that, well, if it comes back legit, which I'm pretty sure it is based on all the research we've done. What is Tommy's calling me PW?
Oh, Tommy.
That's a fair call. That's a fair call. Yeah. So if it gets lost, I suppose I get $600. Which is good, but I'm also paying the company. I think it was $70 to authenticate it, and then $30 to send it back. So it's costing me $100 to get it authenticated. Yep. So then I'll be $135 into it, and then hopefully, if it's all like we think it is, the next step will be finding somewhere to put it in an auction or something like that. Or I suppose I can try it on eBay. I'm just not sure the customers are there. So
that's what I was wondering. What plans do you have? Where you're going to post it? Yeah.
Well, I'll probably try it on eBay first, and I might list it high with offers. And if I don't get any bites there, then I might look into somewhere like one of the bigger auction houses. So there's a couple over in the UK that I've looked at, or there is one. I think it's called Kearns Auctions, actually, in Australia, and they do a lot of like collectible stuff, a lot of car memorabilia, like Castrol, oil tins and stuff like that. And they usually command a pretty good price. So if I don't want to send it back overseas again because of the cost, I might do it with them, and I still reckon I'll get decent money for it. So I wish Jazz would take control of that house. Look, she's got control of most things. Jesus,
Jazz, send it out. Jazz has got Monday off tomorrow. Send it out tomorrow, Jazz. Let's do it.
Yeah, I've got it off tomorrow as well, so I might as well do it.
Day off, mate. You can go thrifting.
Well, I probably need to after dog shit weekend I had, let's be honest. But we actually went out Friday night, and I actually got one of your bingo items.
Oh,
so
what'd you get?
I got a pair of Dragon jeans. I had to pay up for them, but they're still going to go well. So I paid. I think they were $30, but I had 20% off, so it was 24 or something. But Dragon go for anywhere from 80 to 100. So I might actually bring that up on the screen, and we can have a little chat about that bingo if you guys want.
I don't know if I want to like showcase my bingo. I think I might hold them all to the end of the year and then just divulge it. Yeah, I'm
going to do them as a guy, I reckon, just to put some pressure on everyone else, just to get some stuff talking. So, right, Rob, tell us about your bingo, because let's be honest, half of those are bullshit items that no one's ever going to find.
Okay, yeah. Well, I gave you all an opportunity to. I thought it'd be fun. I gave you all an opportunity to pick something. Some of these guys have absolutely picked some ridiculous things that are just not even going to be able to fucking find. So basically, to get bingo is by the end of December, who has the most things crossed off their list is going to be the winner. I threw in a fair few realistic things like the Spice Girls t-shirt vintage. I'm sure we're all going to be able to, well, not all of us, but I'm sure someone's going to find it.
I think that's harder than you think.
Probably harder than we think, but if I find it, I'll be fucking rocking that on a live. A Jordan, look, Mel's picked a Jordan jersey now. It can be just as long as it's a Bulls or it says Jordan on the back. That I think that would do for that because you're never going to find something that's crazy. Mambo Loud. Drew's found it, so we can find it.
Very doable.
Metallica tour. I'm sure we can find a tour shirt.
Oh.
I'm sure. I think some people said already that they found them. I think some people have already said they found them. Evil Dead on VHS.
Yeah.
A few people. Evil Dead on VHS. Someone will end up finding that. The Dragon Jeans. Look, you've already found them. Now, the sold thing was, I thought was cool because it's something that you've sold and that you've got proof that you've sold and then you've found it again. So
I like that one.
Yeah, so if I sell this phone cover and then I find this phone cover again when I'm thrifting, bang, there's a freaking bingo. Live Aid, that's just all on our wish list, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Live Aid, Hero Quest, that's another wish list. Bjork shirt, fuck me, no one's going to find that. Something Sega, a Sega vintage shirt.
Like Game On can buy more Sega shit, let's be honest. That's what's happening there.
Basically, Sega Boy wants us to find Sega shit so we can sell it to him or give it to him. The Kiss record, I'm sure everyone will be able to find a Kiss record when they go to the markets. Pick one of those up for $5-10. A vintage Star Wars shirt. I'm sure we'll all pick up a Star Wars shirt that's from 90s and downwards. A Foot Soldier, it can happen. It can happen. Well, someone found a Splinter and Bebop the other day, so I don't see why we can't find a Foot Soldier. The Flower Power, I'm never going to find that because I'm not comfortable looking in there.
Car's probably going to be the only one getting that one.
Car will get that. The Sullivans, good luck with that, whoever finds that. Grateful Dead, I had to look that up after Drew said Grateful Dead shirt. I'd never even heard of that. That's a concert, isn't it?
I found a Grateful Dead thing yesterday, but it wasn't a shirt. I found a Grateful Dead Monopoly. So it's like a takeoff of Monopoly.
Yeah.
And there's only one listed that will sell to Australia. So it must be like a US exclusive.
Did you buy it?
I bought it, yeah. I've got it. It's going to be out in my haul probably next week. $20 it cost me, but even used comps are like $80. So I was like, there's none in Australia. I'll chuck it up high. And it looks like it's been used once. So that was pretty cool fun.
That's all right. That's pretty close to getting it.
It's not a shirt.
So it can be done. The Game Gear and the Game Boy, man, fucking, yeah, I'm not even going to comment about those.
If you're robbing like a super collector, you're not going to find it.
No comment about those two. AFL jersey, that's doable, easy.
Yeah.
As long as it's not
in your state, right?
Not in your state, so you can't pick up a Crows or a Port one. I know your little tricks, mate. So, and you know I don't pick up Eagle stuff, so I won't be. That doesn't worry me. And anything 90s Batman can be a toy, video, fucking anything Batman. So I think realistically, one, two,
probably half a dozen, I reckon, that are like doable.
Which item would you guys be most excited to find?
I reckon I can find the jersey easy.
For me, probably if I find Hero Quest, I'm going to lose my.
That's what I would say, and probably a Mambo Loud shirt because I found like not real bright ones, just the plain ones.
Yeah,
super jealous that Drew's got one before me, both Drews actually. So I want to find one of them. I want to find a Mambo Loud. I want to find one of them.
I'm pretty confident we'll find a couple of those items this year, but not all of us are going to find Hero Quest, man, and I will lose my shit as well. I'll lose my shit.
Well, I remember when I was on one of Tommy's lives, Thrifting Live, Drew commented in chat, he's like, go back, there was a Hero Quest just to shit me off. And I was like, no, there's no Hero Quest there. I would have seen that, but I went back because I was like, if there is one and I miss it, I will shit a brick. Like, I will not be happy.
Sorry,
so,
man.
I went back and checked. He was pulling the wool over my eyes. There was no Hero Quest. There was only like those 50 puzzle piece crap puzzles.
The the closest I've found for Hero Quest is I've still got it up there, and I just can't bring myself to listing it. Is Space Crusade? You know, the space version that they did after Hero Quest.
Yeah, oh, wow.
With all the little Marines and all that. I picked that up for $20 off Gumtree. When I picked that up with someone who's complete, and it's pretty good nick, but I haven't played it yet, so I don't want to bring myself to selling it.
Yeah, there's like, I can't remember what it's called, but you know that Rich Dad Poor Dad guy? He's brought out a board game. Yeah, and that sells for really good money. What Cash Flow? Is it Cash Flow?
Something like that.
I found a sealed one of them for $8. I actually sold it to someone in the community who collects, but that's another good one to keep an eye out for. It's not as expensive as Hero Quest, but it's definitely up there.
Probably, yeah.
Georgina's saying she sold a Mambo Loud to the States. That's and Cara got her Mambo from Robin yesterday. That one she bought in the auction. So
cool.
So that's thrifting bingo. So that was a pretty brilliant idea, I thought, Rob.
There's some good stuff in there, and it was just fun. Next year when we do it, because we'll do it again, definitely do it every year for fun, but we'll put way easier stuff in there next year.
Make it actually achievable.
Yeah, achievable, but you've got to have a few.
I think, 5 or 6 you'd be doing pretty well, I reckon. So
yeah, I reckon there's a good 10 there we can get, because AFL jersey, I'm sure we're all going to snap that up. Star Wars shirt, I'm pretty sure we can all find a vintage Star Wars shirt. I'm pretty sure you're going to fucking find the Aaron Williams boots, and you've got the Dragon jeans already. So I think I will cream my jeans if I find a Spice Girl shirt, though, because I'll rock that shit out. So,
bit of baby spice for you, mate. Bit of baby.
Oh, mate, I'll fucking wear ginger, baby, posh, whatever's on the fucking shirt. I'll wear that.
Who's your favorite Spice Girl?
Oh, it's got to be baby. It's got to be baby.
It's got to be baby.
It's got to be.
I think back in the day, that's probably who I was cheering for as well, I reckon.
Yeah.
I wasn't really about the scary Spice. She's been much for me. I was a young boy, so I couldn't quite handle that sort of woman.
Always posh. It's got to be posh.
Posh. Drew's named his target, so keep an eye on her. I don't think she was keen to do the reunion tour, was she? She was the one that was pulling the pin.
It's too good for them.
I'm excited about that. I'll fucking go if they come. I'll rock that shit. I'll fucking let them tell me what they want.
Jazz is saying cheering for.
I did my thrifting yesterday after my live and for next week's episodes, and I got to tell you one thing I found, because I had this bet with Brad about who is going to find the first pair of nudie jeans, and it's full beer skull chased with a shot of whiskey, and I have found nudie jeans, so I will show them. I'll show them this week on my.
About that actually, he's like, I need to find nudie so I can make Rod do a skull.
Yeah, so we're going to continue our little bet, and I'm going to pick our next item that we need to find for a full beer skull again.
How much did you pay for the nudies?
$7.
Nice.
Really?
Very nice.
What skull were they?
666. I can go get them, but they're all the way in the other room. Or I can watch show and tell.
I guess I'll have to tune into show and tell.
Watch it show and tell Thursday, and I'll show you. It just says Nudie Jeans Co.
There should be on the inside tag. It should have the name. It'd be like Thin Fin or something like that. And if you put that in the title, it'll help sell them. So
very easy to comp. Them and G-Star so easy to comp because the model name's right there on the tag. Yeah.
And if you can get the diesel with the little white, some of the diesel have like a white sort of rectangle tag, and it'll have the size, the width, the waist, and the length, and the wash, and also the style name. So that makes it like incredibly easy to comp. Yeah. So.
Well, we're looking at them yesterday and all the stuff that I got, and there's a little hole. There's a hole about yay big near the crutch area. So
just list them like that. We had one that was patched in the crutch, like someone had worn through them and then patched them, and we just took really good photos and displayed it, and they sold for like $40 still. So
really, I think that's what I'll do. Still, I'll look at the tag and all that because I haven't listed yet, but. But
he's not watching this week.
Show and tell. You will watch it. I've already sent you a photo of him. I had to send him a photo before it goes on to my episode because I didn't want him to find it. And then I've already got them and he's waiting for the episode to happen because fuck that. That's his full beer skull. That is your full beer skull. Plus your whiskey.
What about you, Drew, this week? You had a good sourcing week?
We did. So Sarah and I both had the entire week off. We went sourcing like 3 full days and 2 sort of just little ones to the local. And we spent pretty much the better half of yesterday and better half of this morning like drafting and measuring. So we got about 80 drafts ready to take photos, ready to go up. Yeah.
Jeez, that's baller. 80 drafts.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that many. We probably stack about max 25 at a time, and then we just go bang, bang, next.
Your drafts disappear. Your drafts disappear now.
Yeah, we'll crank through them this week. Yeah.
Be careful. I think it was Robin mentioned about drafts disappearing, and I took her word for it and all that, but it hadn't happened to my drafts yet. And I drafted a whole heap of it was probably about 3 months ago. I drafted a whole heap of vinyls that I've got, but I hadn't taken photos of them yet. I just wrote down the descriptions and I researched what they were worth and all that. And then I thought, fuck it, when I do it later and I take photos of them, I will list them and I'll upload the photos to them. They'd been sitting there for a good 3 months, maybe even 4 months, and they're all gone. And there was about 30. There was about
I think from memory. And someone in the chat might be able to correct me. It's either 30 or 60 days they drop off. 30, Matt had us saying. Right. And if you're on the mobile, you lose track of them. You lose track of them real quick, but they're still there. Like if you're on your mobile, it only shows you like 10, I think, 10 or 20, and then they sort of disappear. But once you list something, they'll actually come back on. So don't freak yourself out too much about that.
Yeah. I know that on your mobile, that's correct on your mobile, but I had them sitting there for at least 3 to 4 months. But there you go. Robin says 60 days now. So
I think it's I had a look at the start of January, and we had some stuff from late November. So I think it's 60-ish.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 30 or 60, but if you got them on that long, you probably need to get them up and sorted anyway. I reckon I wouldn't leave them any longer than a week on there.
Yeah, I'll tell you why I hadn't done all those records of vinyls yet is because I'm just a little bit nervous, and I know months and months ago yourself and Jazz said to me it's $10 postage for and all that, but to post vinyls, but I'm still a little bit uncomfortable about posting vinyls and
you might.
About the shipping for them and not getting.
You might get away a bit cheaper now with the changes that happened with Oz Post. Because it'd be under 500 surely, so you should be able to get it in that banding if you use your own packaging. So it'd be around that 850.
It's under 500, but because the box.
If you use your own, if you do when you're in I don't know if you're using eBay or if you're using My Business Post, but if you're in My Business Post and you select my own packaging and you put in the size and the weight, because your own packaging goes on weight rather than the 5 kilo the 5 kilo weight limit that is set through OzPost. So you'll get it under the 500 gram weight limit in your own packaging, which will be cheaper.
Yeah. Okay.
I probably didn't explain that very well, but
I understand what you're saying with the MyPost. You need the MyPost thing, which I still don't.
You might even be able to do it through eBay. I haven't printed labels through eBay for ages, but definitely look into My Business Post because it's going to save you some money as well. Yeah,
I still always just package everything up and then I buy the pre-post bags that I chuck everything in. But
save yourself some money.
Guy's saying pizza boxes, but using cardboard boxes is fine. But I just wanted to really know how much it costs to send because it is a big square.
Send me the dimensions tonight, and I'll put it in one of my listings and fake it and tell you how much it's going to cost.
You don't have any vinyls? You don't have any vinyls?
No, not for sale. I collect them, but I don't have any for sale. I suppose I can measure it. Hey,
you can measure it and then just do the width of a
35, 40, right? Almost like 35.
Yeah, with a box around it, I suppose. But
and then 2 bits of cardboard on top of each other and all that. So.
I've written it down on my list to do.
Brad's list to do. Batman.
I'll take down those dodgy buyers for you. I won't. Yeah. Then my account will run out of money. Jazz is saying derp. Look, it's Sunday. My brain's in slow mode. It's in Sunday chill session mode. So you know,
because you're not going to work tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, if I was going to work tomorrow, I'd probably be a bit shitty, but we'll get past that. Like the VHS DVD boxes you can buy, vinyl shaped ones. Yeah, you can. I have seen them for sale, but
Yeah,
I don't know how expensive they are.
They're expensive. I think 20 of them was like freaking $50 just for 20 of them. Yeah.
HR Hustle Stuff. That's a new one. I haven't seen that name in. Gaze in as well.
That's where you go.
If anyone's got any last minute questions, drop them in the chat. But it's been smashing through. It's been awesome so far. I haven't really noticed the last 50 minutes. It's flown by. So yeah, had sort of 40 or 50 all the way through, which I think is pretty good for a first episode. And we're missing half of America because of the time zone. So going all right.
Half America's not here.
As we mentioned before, we're going over to Drew's channel next week. Have a bit of a hangout over there. Drew can have a seat in the driver's seat. Your other half saying some bubble wrap and strong cardboard.
Some bubble wrap and strong cardboard. And lots of tape. So these are the boxes for the VHS.
Yep.
And I get 100 of them for I think it's 60 or 50. No, I think it's 40. I think it's $40. I think it's $40 for 100.
I think Jazz says you're not capping it an hour. There's 3 of you, half hour each, right? So she wants us to go for an hour and a half.
We can try.
We can keep going. You want to keep people wanting more. You don't want them to get.
Yeah, we want you to want more. You want more sausage. You're gonna come back for more.
That was when you were live on Saturday. We were walking to get some breakfast, actually, lunch, and you were talking about sausages, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can eat now.
I actually made myself hungry from that. I was like, fuck, I need some food now. That's why I stopped at 50 minutes. I was like, fuck this, I'm getting some food. I only got some crackers.
Good morning here. Seems every time I can't sleep, I count in Australia to watch. Yeah, there's a lot of people smashing out their lives at the moment in Australia, which is awesome. You guys have got sort of a new schedule going, and Drew, you're doing every second Saturday. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Rob, you're doing Saturday mornings.
Every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Western Australian time, just to give everyone everyone else has taken all the other fucking time slots up. So
really good time slot. It's like perfect for you because we're all sort of up and just getting the day started, and you're a bit earlier, and the Americans are up as well. Like it's
it worked out.
It's not great for me because I'm already out, but I'll be there. I'll be there.
I did it for Tommy. I wanted Tommy to be here. He's the president. Yeah. He's going to be the next president.
That one dog shit thing is these bloody time zones. I tell you, because if you go live too late, you miss out America. If you go too early, you miss UK. Yeah. And if you go real too early, then you miss all Australia. So what do you do?
Exactly.
Tommy's calling Jazz out for watching maths and reckons that that's the reason she's trying to keep us away. Jazz says maths please. She's probably more watching like what's that teenage witch thing?
Sabrina.
Sabrina. She's probably smashing that out.
Come on, Jazz, you can do better than that.
You can do better.
So I guess what else has been happening? So a bit going on in Australia. We've had the item specific change. Upcoming change. Have you had a look at that, Rob? Because I'm presuming some of your VHS stuff would probably be impacted.
Yeah, that's right. You said about that. I better go sort that out. How long until
March 31 to sort it. So you got time.
Yeah, that's just mainly for all the blank media and all that, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Electronics. Electronics has quite a few things under it that I probably didn't really think would be in there, like printer ink. Anyway, and home and garden. So if you're selling bloody dog shit gnomes or anything like that,
if you're selling any hose,
yeah, I try and sell the hose, but I keep getting like item specific iron ads or something. I don't know.
I was lucky last time, and I fucking laughed at all you guys because you had to go in and do all that shit for the clothes, and I was like, I don't sell clothes. I was fucking fine, and now I can come back and hit me with the bloody videos, hasn't it? So yeah, I do got to look at that.
Jazz is saying she finished The Witcher.
I
still haven't seen that. Jazz did a sneaky and bloody watched it when I wasn't home.
I watched the first episode, hated it. Kelly watched it all. Nah, dog shit.
When's Kelly coming out on the thrift with you? You said she's coming along this year.
She's just gonna do some lives if we do giveaway nighttime lives and all that, but she doesn't like. She sits in the car. she sits in the car. She gets bored in the thrift shop. So, and plus I take so long because I got to go through everything. I have to fucking dig. I'm a digger. I'm a digger. I don't know about you two guys. Use diggers?
Yeah. Depends what it is. Like, I'm definitely not. I don't go through everything. Let's put it that way. I have select areas that I hit, and
but you will dig your areas.
Yeah, if I pick my high value areas first. So I look at shoes, I look at jackets, I look at books and games, and then if we're out with like Cara and Jazz, like, and they're doing a lot of women's stuff, then I'll sort of go through like sporting goods and stuff like that because I have a bit more time. If I'm on my own, I'll just smash through, bang, 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 get what I need and go because I know that that's where my value is. Occasionally I'll have a look at T-shirts, but T-shirts, you flip through so many before you find a good one. So I just don't find there's enough value there for me to spend my time in. But if you find that one good T-shirt, then you're golden. But
that's pretty much all I dig through. Toys, if it like looks somewhat promising, but hats mostly, yeah.
Got to look through the toys. And you mentioned when you go through with Cara, she just pushes you out the way anyway and gets
I've got one with Cara. She throws in the elbow and kicks me, and we
get disqualified, but
we enjoy going with Cara. She knows way different stuff to us. Like we went out yesterday when we went garage selling. We went to this bloody deceased estate which had the most amount of china I've ever seen in my life. I actually wore my GoPro, so you guys are going to see some GoPro footage of that. It was insane, and I don't know crap about China because that's not my game. And I was like, all right, you have to teach me some stuff because if I find this stuff, I'm going to have to learn it. So that was really cool. She taught us a little bit about China, not the country, the plates and stuff. But yeah, it's fun to go out with other resellers because you learn stuff about what they know, and they'll pick up stuff off you, and you can kind of learn little bits and pieces that you can just put back in the back of your head for when you're out on your own. You might be able to find stuff. So
Cara's got some good picking skills for the female clothes. So I'll tell you what. One time when I'm free and she's over here in Perth, I will do a bit of a thrifting trip with her.
Yeah, she like women's clothing. She's right onto it. Like she picks up brands I haven't even freaking heard of, and she's like, "Yeah, this is a great brand. Like it does this and that." And I'm like, "Yep, okay, sweet. Can you show me some RMs?" And she's like, "No, there's no RMs." So, but yeah, women's stuff all over it. Vintage. She found some nice vintage stuff yesterday, but they saw it coming because they weren't priced, and she took it to the counter, and the lady's like, "Yeah, $30," and almost had a heart attack. But yeah, it's cool to learn off other people, and we have some good fun.
I need some more videos. I love like Cara's videos are awesome, especially because I don't enjoy going through women's stuff, but Sarah can fill that sort of void in the store. There's not that many Aussie resellers doing females on YouTube anyway to sort of follow, other than like obviously Mel and the rest of them. Yeah,
Mel's doing real well as well. But yeah, I think Cara's looking at doing it. I think we've sort of been like, when's your next video? She's like, I just want to do the right ones. So she doesn't want to pump out the content like we do. She wants to put out quality over quantity.
Back, making the dollars going, spending their time and I'm making the money.
It cost $10K today, actually, 60-day total. So
good.
What up, Sarah? That's a good effort.
So good.
Never stop learning. Yeah, that's what I always say. If you're a reseller, there's so many categories to learn. If you're not learning, you're probably not trying hard enough. So unless you're like 175 years old or Shazad, you probably got some stuff to learn. And I know there's tons of categories I need to learn. I don't pretend that I know enough. So,
but it's good giving each other hot tips and all that. So
and shooting each other messages, and like I've sent Rob a few and said, "Oh, what's this? Is this clamshell any good?" And he's like, "Nah, that's dog shit." And then it goes both ways and stuff like that. I even sent Diary of a Flipper Basketball jumped the other day because I didn't know about it, and he helped me out. Game One's helped me out a few times.
Oh yeah, Game helped me fucking heaps of times.
Send each other stuff all the time. So yeah, it's good to have that little community. I think here in Australia we're really lucky with that as well. So we kind of try and help each other rather than hinder, which is.
And we've all got our certain things that we know as well. Like hit me up if you ever find a freaking Kiss record, vinyl, or and all that. I could tell you all, certain albums that we all listen to. We all listen to different music and all that. We might be able to help each other out, and straight away I can go because I collect it.
Yeah,
I know that's worth that much. You know what I mean? So, and same with the wrestling toys. Jesus, you guys have been smashing me with what's this wrestler's name? I can go bang straight away. I know who that is.
DVG dropped in. G'day, DVG. Man, how are you? And that's something I will say, Rob, is you kind of do a lot of like entertainment based stuff, but you have really good knowledge as well. Like your toys, your games, VHS like back of your hand. And I think that's probably something that you haven't talked about a lot. But yesterday when you're doing your toy stuff, you just know the stuff off the top of your head. You don't even need to look at it. You're like, this is this, this is this, this is this. Yeah. I have no idea about that stuff.
Yeah, just grab a box of toys and I can just go through it and tell you what it is, what it could be worth, and all that. Certain different makes of the Mattel. We all know Mattel, the Mattel brand, fucking one of the best brands of toys and all that. But then there's so many other varieties and different brands of toys out there and all that. And we all grew up. What years were you guys born?
I was 90.
88.
88. So you all grew up in the 90s anyway, and you had the 90s toys. I had the 80s toys as well, late 80s toys as well. But we all kind of had the same thing, because I know you guys have got more of the Pokemon knowledge and all that, because I wouldn't have a clue about all that. But you still know your Ninja Turtles and your Street Sharks, and you still you're wrestling. You still know you're wrestling. You don't. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so we all know what we're.
Drew's got his Star Trek.
No Star Trek. Star Wars.
I enjoy the shows, but in terms of like toys and memorabilia, I'm pretty hopeless with that sort of stuff.
But you'll know that the thing is, before you say that, Brad, the thing is, if you picked up, and it doesn't matter if it's Hulk Hogan or not, if you picked up this straight away, you would know that it's Hulk Hogan. If you picked up a Luke Skywalker or a Chewbacca, you would know. So because you've watched it, you've got that, at least that starting knowledge.
Yeah, it's just building that base knowledge. Hey, like branching out a little bit.
Watch that show that I talked about yesterday. Yeah. Watch it. There's some really good Toys That Make Us. There's 3 seasons on Netflix. And yeah, there's some shitty episodes with My Little Pony and Barbie dolls and all that, and Hello Kitty. Leave all that crap to the end. Just watch the He-Man one. Is so interesting. The wrestling one is really good, because you'll learn the brands as well of all the different wrestling toys, and the 80s ones and that are worth stuff. They give little hints of stuff that is hard to find. Ninja Turtles, same thing. They give little hints of, this one was only made. There's only so many made and all that. Really, really interesting. Power Rangers as well. There's a Power Rangers episode. It's really good. I sat back and didn't have to take notes. I was just loving it, going, fuck, I wish I had that when I was a kid. Why didn't you buy that one for me, Mum? Damn it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get onto that, because I need to upskill on that, because I'm sure I walk past heaps of toys that I haven't known.
It is the best tip I can give anyone. The toys that make us, even Craig says it's awesome, is so good. And 3 seasons, just go to the thing that interests you the most first, like Turtles you want to see, or the wrestling toys. And they're not boring episodes either, because I actually watched the My Little Pony and Barbie one, and they were actually pretty interesting, because they were talking about how and why they came about. So give it a watch.
The more you know, the better. Hey, like there's so many things out there. Like you just got to start retaining little bits and pieces, and then reaching out to the people that can help you if you can't work it out yourself.
Exactly, and it gives you ideas of years and stuff was brought out as well, so you'll get an idea of that.
I'll just touch on Daisy Chain's clothing question quickly. So she's talking about file exchange. I actually rang eBay about this when the last item specifics came out, and that particular file is not supported on Australian eBay. So we can't actually get that information that we need to be able to do file exchange for item specific. So thanks very much, eBay, for not supporting that in Australia. I really appreciate it.
Good work, guys.
If you're watching, sort your shit. Most people focus on money, top end, selling an item for top dollar. You can potentially make more money from bottom end, reducing costs, packaging material. Yeah, I think that's something that we don't look at a lot. is like you're always looking at the buy price, but you're not looking at like your cost of packaging and supplies and saving on postage and stuff like that. So that's a good point that Shazad's pointed out there. He's very well off in his business, so he's a man to listen to for sure. Toys That Make Us is awesome. Tommy didn't like that show because there's no adult toys. That's quality.
That's your interpretation. You can use some of those toys as adult toys if you really want to.
Look, what you do with your toys in your own time. DVG is saying, is that Bradley's mum? She's Julian Kane is my mum. She's keeping tabs on me. She's probably going to ring me later and say, too many swear words, son. Keep it down. But I mean, I'm in good company here, so I feel comfortable letting a few.
Sunday thing. It's a Sunday afternoon thing, you know.
Yeah, I reckon we're gonna have to knock a few beers. Yeah, that's it. Everyone's got to have a bit of a shoot every once in a while. Tommy was hoping a segment on butt plugs.
That's next week.
That segment was actually on Game On Couples channel in one of their thrifting halls. They had a butt plug special. Apparently, it wasn't going to fit Craig, so he left it in the store for someone else to go and pick up. So that was pretty funny episode. That one. That's something I haven't seen a lot of in thrift store. Is that sort of item. So it's Sunday. I keep it clean. No, come on, Tom.
Does that count?
No, I think Tommy's been hacked. That's not Tom. Well, we've passed the hour, so if you boys are happy to keep going, I'm happy to keep shooting. But if anyone has any questions, we sort of we didn't have a lot planned for tonight, so I'm surprised we're still cranking through.
Yeah, this is for a we didn't have any topics and all that, so it's gone pretty good. So if anyone wants to hit us with questions.
Star Wars, Lego, G.I. Joe
was a real good episode, actually. I don't know too much about G.I. Joe, but I played a lot with the G.I. Joes when I was a kid. And don't get confused when you see G.I. Joes at op shops and markets and all that, because there was those cheap brand Kmart ones that I used to play with as a kid as well. Can't remember what they were called.
Action Man? Was it Action Man?
Not Action Man. They were still like G.I. Joes. They were called like Commanders or something like that, or Stars or something. I don't know, but something random. Anyway, don't get confused. Make sure you know the difference, because it will say it on the arse of them. But that was very good. That was a very good episode. Didn't know a lot about that. Didn't know a lot about them. So you learn heaps.
Daisy Chain saying that it works for kids' clothes, and we used it for men's clothes. So, and they're in Sydney. That's odd, because they told me they couldn't give me the file I needed to do it. So maybe you've got a better insight than I do, because I actually spoke to US eBay and said I want this file to do my item specifics, and they said unfortunately it's not supported in Australia. So unless they've changed it since last item specifics, I'd gladly use that. What is the biggest bottleneck in your business? Do you want to? Oh, I guess for us it'd be probably listing. We've got that under control now, like a backlog of stock. But I think the biggest thing for us is sourcing, because we only have one and a little bit days a week to go out and get stuff. So we can't find a heap of gear. Like we have to buy a lot to sustain our store. So that's why bulk deals are good for us. What about you, Drew?
I'm the same. Like, I'm happy to sit up till 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. listing stuff. Listing is not really the concern. It's the bottleneck would definitely be sourcing. Sarah and I go out together because she can do the women's half, I can do the men's half. So obviously we need the same day to go out to make the most sort of efficient use of our time. And we only get 1 day off together once a week or once a fortnight, depending on our schedules. So yeah, definitely sourcing. You got to maximize those hours.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Rob?
Yeah, sourcing is the hardest part when you do work full time, isn't it? But that's why I used to try and switch it up and do Saturdays. Kelly used to work Saturdays. Now she doesn't work Saturdays anymore, so it makes me feel a little bit worse. You know what I mean? Like when you go out all day. So that's why I'll switch it up and I'll do the markets on a Sunday morning. and go out to the markets because she'll still be in bed when I leave at 5 o'clock, get home at 8, and she's only just getting up or she's getting back from walking the dog. So sourcing does suck because it takes a lot of the time away from each other as well. So
I think that's why you've got to like kind of diversify and find like auctions and stuff where you can get a lot of stuff at once. And I know that you talked about looking into that before as well, Rob. So
yeah, well, I've still got a shed full of all those videos and crap from that guy that I got in, was it November or December? Heaps of stuff that I still haven't gone through. So as I'm working through that slowly, it's actually pretty cool because I can now just chill out each weekend and go get the 10, 15 items that I get, and it works out pretty sweet while I've still got heaps. I listed all those Doctor Who's, and, man, I can't stop selling them. I'm selling now an average of 5 a day. So,
yeah, right.
Look at
Shazad's asking if we'd hire someone to source. I love sourcing though. That's the problem. Yeah,
I could see myself doing that.
Yeah,
Obviously you got to train the person up and like give them an idea of what you're looking for and like what buy-in price for what sort of item. But you could always sit at home while you're listing, and they can just send you a message saying, "Doing this for $5," and then sort of have a quick on-the-fly conversation and have someone to do it. I could see that working, but it takes the thrill out of the hunt, I guess.
Yeah.
That have to be good. That have to be good. Like, yeah.
And now I'm loving it going through the clothes, and I'm like, this going through the fucking clothes and going, oh, I'm gonna fucking find something that's gonna be sweet. You're trying to find a vintage old shirt.
Have you guys looked into putting ads out for buying items? Yeah, we've got some on Facebook and Gumtree, but we also hand out cards when we find big deals and stuff. So, do you guys have any ads set up or anything like that on Gumtree and Facebook?
I don't, but there's one guy in the area that's he's a reseller. I don't know if he resells on eBay, but he's got a bunch of like sporting gear and stuff, and he's always putting out ads. So it's sort of like direct competition, but obviously it's a huge playing field to sort of spread it out. But I haven't done it yet, no.
And most of the time, like it's come through a few times for us, but most of the time you're just getting people messaging you saying, "Oh, I've got this stuff," and it's rubbish. Like, but at saying that, it has a couple of times worked in our favor. So I think either way, you got to put yourself out there. You have to deal with dog shit messages, but sometimes they are really good. I remember going to one house and I was telling Cara about this in one of the dodgiest suburbs in Adelaide, and I actually thought I was going to get murdered. And no one would have ever found my body because it was like a hoarder's house and there was crap everywhere. And I left rather quickly because everything was like soiled or smelled like smoke or that was sketchy.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there.
Have you guys ever had a sketchy deal?
I've been to sketchy houses to pick up some stuff from Gumtree and just...
Like that bloody sex teddy bear that you had on one of your...
Yeah, there was some fucking dirty stuff at some people's garage sales before, and you just walk away. Yeah.
You come across it, but
I used to be a wine salesman back in the day. I've went to some fucking houses for tastings, and oh man, I've been to some stinky houses. So that's why I'm not a big fan of going to pick up stuff from people's houses.
Cara reckons it was her house. It definitely was not your house, Cara. It was a bit scary. I think the beauty of reselling is there's only as much competition as you let be competition. If there are too many people selling you a sector, you can always pick up something else. Yeah, there's so many options in reselling. It's just learning that stuff. I often just like go into a random category and look at what's selling just so I can be like, oh, I don't know this category, but if I see that shoe, then I might be able to work out if I'm going to buy it or not. And then I'll be able to look at comps again when I'm in the store. But if I have that brand in my head, if I see it, I know that's worth looking at.
Always type in different little things and just see what has sold lately. I love it. I love doing that, and doesn't hurt. It helps your brain. And then when you're looking at stuff, one day you might walk past, a certain anything, and you go, "Oh fuck, I remember fucking seeing that. Someone brought that."
Yeah.
The ROI, of a 5-minute search on eBay could pay off hundreds potentially.
You guys have struck some real gold. Like I know that you've had trouble with a couple of them, but you've struck some pretty high end items when you guys have been out in thrift. So it's definitely worth having a look.
But without watching each other's channels, and everyone that's in the chat, subscribe to myself and Drew. And if you haven't subscribed and you're just watching, subscribe to Brad as well, because we've all got different content, and there's heaps of people in the chat that you should click on their links as well and check out their channels, because we all source different things, but at the same time we give great information to each other about certain things. There's been jumpers that Drew and Sarah have picked up that I've gone, okay, I'll look out for that brand because I know that it's sold, and they showed it on what's sold this week or what they pick up. Brad and Jazz, so many different jeans. I've learnt jeans like crazy. Is great, and the knowledge sticks in the back of your head. So actually listen when you're watching these other channels. We don't do it just show off what we've got. We're actually trying to help as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I've learned so much.
I've learned everything off YouTube, like between Australian resellers, American resellers, even Canada and UK. Like if you spread yourself out, you can find a lot of stuff that you might not know is there. So definitely worth it. I have actually dropped your guys' links in the description. So if anyone hasn't jumped across and subbed to either of these guys, head over there, because we will be rotating this chat around the channels, sharing the love, and having some fun over on these guys' channel as well. So definitely head over, check out their other content. Great quality stuff. What was that? Sorry?
Drew's channel next week.
Yep. All over on Drew. Get Drew driving the train. Jazz has dropped him in. Look, Mom, Hustling is next week.
Yep.
Don't overlook vintage garage sale ending day 100 linen tea towels, 25 cents each, flipping 25 to 30 each. Yeah, that's crazy. Cara taught me something about vintage towels yesterday as well, which I was very surprised about. So
vintage towels.
Yeah, vintage towels. You'd be surprised.
Like printed? Are they plain? Are they
just like a beach towel, or like a normal towel?
Okay.
Certain eras, certain patterns, certain colors, and you'll do really well.
Fair enough. Never thought of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I hated it. I know Cara got a big lot of DVDs a while back that she was struggling with, but yeah, I think she got her money out of it, which was good. How many ass cracks have they flossed?
Not enough. That's
the more the better, I hear. Good quality, I think, is what you need to be looking for. 70s bath towels, there you go. That's what you're looking for.
There you go.
There's Cara's channel. So yeah, as Rob said, head around to everyone's channel, give them a sub, check out what they're doing, learn something, and guarantee it'll come back to you tenfold in the future. So
definitely, and even when you think that you're not learning and you're just watching something, it trust me, there's been things that you've shown. Both of you guys have shown stuff before, and I've just been like, I'll never find that, whatever. And then you find it. It's just crazy, and you've got it in the back of your head because you remember. So
that's why I love watching like everyone, like all the new channels that come out, because they have different knowledge to people that have been in the game a long time. They have new knowledge to bring. They have, like Drew and Sarah, like they brought stuff to the game that I hadn't thought about before. Their quality of video has stepped up the game again. Like Rob, your entertainment value has brought, like you did that bloody intro in about.
Play that intro again. That was amazing.
You reckon we'll crack the intro again? Do a bit of an outro intro, shall we?
Okay, yeah.
I feel like I need a salute to that or something.
I'm going to spin around on the chair, and when it finishes, and go this week.
So if you guys missed that absolute quality, that is what you missed. Money Mental's dropped in, so I'm glad you dropped in and caught that, because that is quality stuff right there. And that'll be playing across all the channels. So if you don't show up for anything else, show up for that, because if you missed that, who are you? What are you doing? That is incredible.
Don't get a third strike.
Don't be a third strike, mofo.
Because you're out of here. Out.
And Drew's bringing the quality thumbnail as well. So thanks to Drew for that. I'm doing pretty much nothing. I'm just chilling. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. All out. Well, we're at an hour 20, so I guess we'll make it through to an hour 30, and then we'll call it quits. But missed the intro 3 times, and you're out.
You're out.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Third strike.
Well, obviously you didn't watch my last video, Craig. You're too busy for the figure.
That's your first strike, Craig. That's your first strike, right?
First strike, Craig. You're gonna be out, mate.
As soon as this is finished, go over there, watch that video, and if you don't watch that video, Rob will know because he's got a sixth sense about these sorts of things, and he'll hit you up.
Yeah.
Intro is fair dinkum, true blue Aussies as you're going to get. He doesn't get it. He watched it, but he doesn't get your third strike thing. That's your second strike right there.
It's the Tommy and Tracy ad that I do in the middle of my video, the commercial in the middle.
So the whole thing is that Tommy and Tracy ask people on, and if you miss the first time, they'll give you a bit of a pass. If you miss the second time, you're treading a fine line. If you don't make it on the third time, what happens, Rob?
You're fucking out of here, mate. You are fucking out of here. You're gone. Get out of here.
A quick one here. A lot of Josh is on their channel tomorrow, so head over and check that bad boy out. Yeah. Love what Josh is doing, and Tommy and Tracy, so definitely do that. I'm quite flaky with these streams, so can I be excluded from the strike? Look, DDG, we'll give you a little bit of grace. We understand coming to us from a very far off land. The title is not accurate. Only Australian resellers. You would need resellers from other countries. You've been opened up. We've got an item already. Item not as described. But guess what? Too bad. Too bad. At some stage, we may have some other people come on the show. We don't know where this thing's going. It could be. It could be. Shazam could be the first international one if he wants. But he's racked up a strike there, so I'm not sure about it.
Yeah. Well, first strikers.
Leanne will bash you if you don't give her an exclusion. So I'll wipe the slate. No strikes for Leanne. I'm a bit scared. Sound lads, because I took charge. Yeah. So Mel has scheduled Tommy into her channel because he wouldn't schedule her. There we go. All right, guys. Well, I don't have much else to talk about, but I really appreciate you guys agreeing to do a Sunday sesh.
We just done a 90-minute show for the price of a 60-minute show. The quality that they're getting from us on our first episode,
unrivaled,
unrivaled. And we will sort of, I guess, along the way, we'll decide if we're going to do some topics or if we're just going to come on and talk crap. But come along, enjoy the journey with us, have some fun. I'm going to bring a beer next week because I feel like this is a beer type of session.
It's a runaway train. Anything can happen from here on out.
Well, it could derail, but we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep it rolling.
Tame. This is a tame episode because it's the episode 1. It's tame.
Ah, well, exactly. That's got me concerned. But we'll plug on. We'll plug on. So next Sunday, Drew's channel. We're hoping to keep it reasonably similar times. We may have to change stuff around a little bit when Rob's on his shift work, but we'll try and keep it pretty similar. But this is going to be a regular Sunday thing. Every Sunday, rotate around a channel, have some fun, talk some crap, enjoy the show, and yeah, just talk crap really. Our Diary Flippers come on and given us a super chat. It says, "Cheers, Coco." Loved it. I will say that thank you very much for the super chat. Firstly, what we're going to do with the super chats if they happen on this channel is I'm going to have to owe them a beer. So I want to be fair with these guys. At the end of I don't know, the end of the year or something, I'll buy them a carton.
You're going to be buying me a carton anyway.
Well, look, we've got a whole year to rank up a carton. So yeah, Kara's jumped in with $7.99, so we're probably up to a beer each at the moment anyway. We're going all right. So I'm sure you guys will get monetized real quick as well. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. Otherwise, I owe you more than a carton, and I'll be sad. So
you're not going to take long at all. Me and Drew will be bang.
Smash through it. So yeah, head over there, give them a sub, get them up to 1,000 real quick, so I don't have to buy them a carton. And check us out. check us out next. And second carton, yeah, me and Rob have a carton already on the line. So thanks for coming along tonight, guys. We really appreciate everyone jumping in the chat. It looks like we had like 50 pretty much all the way through, which I think is a pretty good effort.
Crazy.
Awesome.
Just showed up to hang out with us and talk crap, really. If you guys have anything you sort of want us to talk about, maybe shoot one of us a message, and if it's something on our radar, we'll try and incorporate it.
Yep.
And I guess overall, we're just going to have some fun.
We're just gonna have fun.
You guys have any parting messages for the viewers?
Keep making your mum proud.
If we're gonna plug, let's plug. Jump over to all of our channels. I know Brad every Sunday morning does a video. Saturday morning as well. You guys usually do a video. It's all You'll have the shot every second week, Drew. Every second Saturday night live.
We'll have a video out this Wednesday and this Saturday, and then this episode number 2 on Sunday.
There we go.
And me and Jazz are thinking about starting up a Tuesday night Q&A. So we feel like we're going to try and do the Sunday morning sessions for the interviews because we want to do a sort of international crowd in that joint.
Oh, yeah.
Tuesday nights, we want to do a Q&A. So if you guys are keen for that, let us know. Something a bit different. Ask us questions and we'll try and answer them for you. Have a bit of a chat. Let us know if that's something you guys want to see. Other than that, we're just doing our normal sort of Sunday show and pre-recorded. So
yeah, pre-recorded. The pre-recordeds.
good to sit back and watch when you.
And I've changed my little schedule as well. I'm still doing my Tuesdays and I'm still doing my Thursdays, and I was going to do Fridays for a punk club, but I'm scratching the punk club because I'm just going to keep it all about the reselling. So that's why I started the Saturday morning live. So hope you're not disappointed that we're not doing the punk club now, but we're going to skip that. But my Saturday morning live, I'll talk about bets and football and all that because I'm just shooting shit anyway on Saturday mornings. It's kind of like your breakfast wake-up call.
And Drew's podcast, do you want to give that a quick plug?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so we're working on a podcast. It's planning to come out Monday week, so hopefully in like 8 days' time. It's just about Sarah and I getting out of personal debt and like trying to get on top of our personal finances, giving some tips and some ways to save money and stuff like that. Something a little bit non-reseller related, but sort of in that sort of realm of sort of personal freedom and stuff like that. But stick around. We'll sort of plug a bit more throughout the week.
I love it. That's going to be cool. I'm really keen for that. I think it's a really good idea. Sort of mixes in well, but kind of branches out a bit as well. So head over to both these channels. We'll put out a bit of a schedule for you guys over the next few weeks so that you know where the show's going to be, because we are going to rotate around. Next week we'll be on Drew's channel. Head over, check us out next week. We'll hopefully have some awesome content to bring you guys. And if we'll bring a beer along. We'll bring a beer along next time, I reckon. All right, guys. Maybe we'll stick around for a little bit in the green room. But thanks for everyone for coming along tonight. I really appreciate everyone spending some time with us. And we hope you enjoyed the show. And we'll see you next time on Wide World of Reselling.
We salute you, Australia.
Peace.